morning. How are you all? My name is Nicole, Healing on the Mat, and welcome to our yoga practice. If you were with us last week, or if you were not with us last week, please go back and watch those videos. We talked about and had small meditations in order to learn what the chakras are and how we align and relate to them mentally. And I was trying to prepare for the next class, and I thought that I would just take you all into yoga lessons. But what I've realized is that in full transparency, for the past few years, I have been teaching for my students. And right now, I think I am being called to a season where I have to rehone on making this practice for me. But it is very much so you all joining my journey. So as much as I am teaching for you, I am truly retraining myself. And in the process of going through those lessons, I feel like we need to learn somatic release, not only for you, but for myself. And somatic release, if you don't know what it is, somatic yoga is different than yin yoga. So in yin yoga, we tend to hold the poses very long and very still. Whereas in somatic release, it is more about movement, but very slow, controlled movement, so that you can pay attention to the sensations in your body. You can pay attention to what's happening and what's taking place. And in one of those videos last week, we talked about the bottom up, the root up, the 80-20 gut theory, the gut axis theory. And that is what we're focusing on now. When we realize that we're functioning out of trauma, it is typically these lower chakras that we're working with. So everything that we do will primarily be engagement with the lower chakras. Now, eventually we'll move up. But for the most part, especially today, everything will be geared and focused toward these lower chakras. And it doesn't mean that you feel like you had trauma. Sometimes this practice can start to bring up those feelings of things that you may be suppressing. For me, primarily, it is about my eating. I have been wanting to fast for some time now, and every time I get ready to, I just simply have not had the same discipline that I had before. And the epiphany through the lessons is that fasting is, how you know information, but then you know information and you have arrived to the knowledge that you need. I have arrived to the knowledge that I need, that eating, we normally eat instinctively, and we eat out of that low vibrating, like carnal nature. We eat out of just wanting what we want, and we don't stop and make it a spiritual practice. Yes, we pray before we eat. Yes, I have definitely started to slow down on my chewing and how fast I eat. But this is different, and it needs to be something that drives my spiritual awareness. And that is truly what fasting is for. It helps us depend on not of the things of this world, but of spiritual and divine things in order to push us through when we feel like we're at our weakest moments. And so we are going to focus on somatic release today. We're going to start laying on our back. Remember, if anything that I do is ever too difficult in that position, you can always try to do it sitting in a chair. You will achieve the same type of engagement, but you can also put a pillow under your back as well. And for this practice, I would like you to get a pillow. It's actually quite better to get a small towel and roll it up very thinly. You don't want a big bolster like of a towel, but you can get a small towel and roll it up and place it at your lower spine in order to make sure that you don't get stiff and that you have a little bit of cushion to make sure that you are as comfortable as possible. So we're going to start laying on our backs. You can bring the knees up. If anything ever gets too comfortable, it kind of helps to take the tension off. And I want you to walk those feet down when you get a chance. Again, if you need to leave the knees up, that is perfectly okay. And right now, we're just going to lay here and pay attention to any sensation that may be in our lower abdomen. And as you breathe today, every exhale, you are really trying to hollow out your belly. So you want to feel as if your belly is touching your spine on the exhale. On the inhale, you can feel the belly with life, but it doesn't need to be a big expansion. We want to kind of work with our natural body here, and we don't want to force anything. So as you close your eyes and bring to yourself to your practice, breathe naturally. Pay attention to what your body is telling you right now. Take a moment to bring yourself to your practice and just listen to your body. And pay attention to if you feel any sensation in your lower abdomen, like any pulling, any tightness, any stiffness in your hip flexors, in your glutes, in your sciatic nerve, your lower back. Those are all the areas that we're going to target today. Remember, we rest with awareness, not emptiness. A few more breaths. And remember, we do still want that breath to rise up. So as you inhale, it's filling the belly, but it's rising all the way up. We want to push all this negative energy in the lower abdomen out. So it's bottoms up. And now you can walk those feet back up. Walk them out a little. You don't want them all the way up by your glutes, so bring them up and walk them out just a little. You're going to bring your hands up above your head and just slowly keep your body grounded. So you want to push your lower back, all of it, into the mat. Again, hollow out that belly just a little. Hands come up above the head. Slowly inhale. Exhale. And the slower you do this, the better. You should feel like a center line going up the center of your body from the root all the way up. If you hollow out that belly, pay attention to that line. Pay attention to where there's stress and tension, and see if it releases. Inhale, hollow out. Exhale, release. I am going to start to count. I believe that was 4. And 6. And also remember that it's mind over matter. So if you do feel that tension, we're reminding ourselves that we can let it go. We're reminding ourselves that we're safe, that we're secure. 2 more. Last one. Hold it. My right shoulder just released. Hopefully you felt it release too. And back up. And bring the hands down. Now you can bring that left foot in just a little more. You can place the ball of your foot on the ground. So you want to leave the heel elevated. And you're going to walk that right leg out. And as you lift, again, you're going to hollow out the belly. It's almost like you're doing a crunch. Fully extend that leg. Bring it back down. Release. 2. Inhale, hollow. 3. You're doing a little crunch at the end. Pay attention to it. 4. 5. Your nervous system is a very delicate thing. And so, again, practices like this just give your nervous system a very slight hug to let you know that you love it. I'm sorry, to let your nervous system know that you love it. 7, come on, a few more, push through. 8, 9, and letting your nervous system know that you love it helps you to reset. So again, we can focus on functioning out of awareness, clarity, safety, spiritual awareness. Last one. And bring the right in. Let's do the left. And up. Don't rush. Make sure you keep the engagement locked into the center of your body. I'm reminding myself, if you need to put your hands on your lower abdomen to make sure that you engage the right muscles, do so, which would be the core. Everything else, you're using it, but it's not the most important. Your core and your groin, are the most important. And this is also isolation, so that you can pay attention to whether one side of your body is tighter than the other, stiffer. Six, 7, 8, nine, and 10. Bring it back in. Place those feet flat. Rest for just a second. Walk those feet back out. 3 breaths. Inhale. Hollow out the belly. Exhale. Let it touch the spine. 2. And 3. Bring those feet back up. Now we're going to bring that right leg out. You can bring those hands out wide. We're going to slide out all the way. Bring that leg all the way out. And you're going to try to keep this foot, this leg planted. That's what it'll look like. Get ready. Inhale, hollow it out. Only go as far as you can. Keep breathing. 4, 5, 6. Remember, this practice is helping us to get out of that fight or flight. Hey, so that we tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, not the sympathetic. 9, and 10. When you get to 10, if you can grab that foot and hold it, do so. See if you can fully extend that leg. Remember, yes, it's about stretching the leg, but it's also about engaging the core. And release. I don't have as much room on this side, so I'm going to turn out just slightly. Bring that right foot flat, extend the left, bring those hands out so that you have stability and support. Inhale, hollow out the belly. 1, 2, 3. Remember, you're paying attention to your body sensations. If you feel adjustments being made or if you feel your body hindered in any way, is this working to reset it? You may feel your hips start to shift a little. You may feel your lower back start to release. Five. I believe I may be off. I believe we're at 5. 6. Remember, this is a personal practice. 7. Take your time. Be gentle with yourself if you can't go as far as me. That's perfectly okay. This is your body, your practice. It is a safe space here. You're at least trying to make sure that it's a safe space for yourself. 2 more. 9. 10. Very good. Bring those feet back up. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to hold it. Bring it out. Hold it where you can. If you can grab that foot, grab and extend. Hold, hold, hold. And bring it back in. Back to the center we come. Now, you're going to extend that right leg. You're going to take that left knee and twist out. Extend those arms again. One. As deep as you can. Hollow out the belly. Bring it back up. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now when we get into the twists and turns of things, we're really targeting our fascia. 6. 7. Keep that knee drawn in as much as you can. 8. 9. And 10. Bring it all back up. And switch out. Left leg extends, right leg comes up. If you need to adjust that body, go for it. 1. 2. Now I want you to start to pay attention to what some of these poses do for you, because in yoga, it's also about understanding that a pose does something for you mentally and physically. And typically whatever is happening physically pours out mentally as well. And this is why we slow down. This is why we pay attention, so that when we jump into that fight or flight throughout the day, we learn how to reset forward. Make sure when you come back to the center, you ground yourself. 5. So when I say pay attention to what it does, some of the other poses offer isolation, which would offer a deeper extension, which is flexibility. Some offered mobility. The second one offered mobility. This is going to offer mobility and stability. Six, 7, 8, 9, and get ready for the last one. 10. And bring it down. Stay here for just a second. 3 breaths. 2, and 3. Bring those feet up. The last thing we're going to do is bridge. We're not going to do as many because we're almost out of time. But we're going to bring those feet in as close as we can. People don't understand how tremendously good bridge is for your glutes, for your core strength, for your balance, for resetting your, if you have an anterior shift or a posterior shift, this will help to align you and balance you really well. So we're going to push up, and if you can, all the way up, hold it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. We're going to do that 2 more times. And you want to kind of hollow out that belly the whole time. If you can, try to inhale and hold that breath until we bring it back down. This is going to send blood flow and circulation back up to the upper half of your body. Remember, bottom up. We're trying to retrain this to help heal and grow this. So remember that as you do this, all that energy is rising up. And it's pushing circulation, good blood flow, good stream, good oxygen all the way back up to the upper half of your body. Get ready again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. One last time. And inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. And just for the heck of it, we're going to do it one more time. This time, when you come up, I want you to bring your hands up above your head. Get ready. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it all back down. Walk those feet out. Rest. Inhale, hollow the belly out. 2, I ask that you lay here for just a little while longer if you can. If not, then I hope that you all have a wonderful day. I hope that you all have a great start to your Wednesday morning. And I shall see you on the flip side. Remember, as always, keep inhaling life, keep exhaling death, and I love you.